Hi, this is Isabel for StreetQueen.com.
Hi, I'm Travis from We Are Change Marinette.
Hey, what's going on, Jeff? It's good to see you.
Alright, my name is Derek Bros. What's up, everybody?
This is Craig Fitzgerald.
Miguel Peralta.
My name is Gabriel Brown.
My name is Moises Valencia.
Kurt Williams here, Syracuse Cop Block.
My name is Velcro Ripper.
I'm Larry Swanson.
This is Catherine here.
My name is Michael Figo.
My name is Tatiana Moroz.
My name is Abby Martin.
My name is Bob Phillips. I'm a member of Oath Keepers. Also work with We Are Change.
This is Michael Polgatti, host of the Pella Report.
This is Professor Griff.
I'm a comedian and activist, Lee Camp.
I'm responding to the video, what does it mean to be awake?
What's the question?
What does it mean to be awake? What do you think it means? Answering that one question.
Jeff from We Are Change Connecticut asked the question, what does it mean to be awake?
I am answering Jeff Durkin of We Are Change Connecticut's question, what does it mean to be awake?
What being awake means to me?
Well, that's a good one.
What does waking up mean to me?
What does it mean to be awake? Wow. What does it mean to be awake?
My definition of what it means to be awake.
That varies, of course, for different peoples as far as age and as far as where they are on the level of awakeness.
And it says this in Occupy Love, being awake is love.
Caring is what being aware and being awake means to me.
It's to be using your mind at all times, being aware of your surroundings at all times.
Just being conscious, being aware of yourself every day.
Just to be aware of one's surroundings and one's dynamics.
It means to have compassion, not only for yourself or your family, but for humanity.
It means having freedom to be able to speak my mind, be able to express what I think.
To me, consciousness is the best way to describe being awake, being conscious.
Instead of embracing assumptions about the political culture, political institutions that are just unexamined and unquestioned, that you sort of take every belief that you have about American political truth and re-examine them from scratch.
Feels like I see the world in a different aspect. I see the way the world can be.
It means getting to fully relate to reality. Being awake means reality is that much more vivid and beautiful.
The biggest thing is to realize that the two-party system is a con game. It's a shell game.
Be aware of everything that's going on around you and not necessarily buying into the mainstream story that we're all fed, and looking within.
To actually finally be alive, to be aware of what you can actually do and actually be able to reach your full potential as a human being, not just in the physical sense, but also spiritually.
He's being a thoughtful, conscious citizen who has empathy extending past nation states and really moving forward toward a global consciousness in the world where humanity can be peaceful, sustainable, and in harmony with the earth.
It's to be out in your environment, to be in your community, to look at your community and your family, to see what the issues are, and to try your very best to try to change things that you believe should be changed.
What I would definitely have to say is it's education. Self-determining means you're making your own decisions, your own choices, and you're exactly aware of what they are and what they're doing, the consequences and the benefits.
Waking up means a lot. It's something that once you feel it beginning, you either hide from it or you embrace it.
And I don't believe that we ever do wake up fully in this lifetime. I think it's something to be strived for.
It's like a view of the future and the way that things can really be without the deception that the society's the way that the organization of society is in this world at the moment is putting upon us. We really don't have too much of a choice.
There's a lot of information to soak up in this world. And, with your media being bought and basically lying to you pretty much through every line that you read and every line that you see on the television, it's very difficult for people to use their own brain waves again and start to think for themselves. They kind of just get spoon-fed everything, and they believe that lies are truth, and then it spreads to a next generation.
Essentially realize history repeats itself, and we're living in the same paradigms that we've studied historically.
in many different cases.
You learn about information, you understand the world you live in, then eventually you're going to have to do something with that information. You're going to have to go and get involved with different things on the level that you're capable of doing.
Because if you have the information, you have the knowledge of self, you have the knowledge of liberty, autonomy, sovereignty, freedom, and you're not sharing it with others, and you're keeping it a secret, then you're oppressing your fellow man.
Think, to use the gray matter that's between your ears to come to like a reasonable decision.
Understanding the information that is presented to us and that is available to everybody. Once you have that information, you are armed. And just like knowledge, the more knowledge you have, the more power you have. Therefore, you have a liability, you have a duty to serve and protect the best interests of humanity.
This feeling again, it's like, it hurts. It hurts because I just saw a picture that was pretty cool. There's a guy like staring at a wall that's like got a sun and a field and stuff. And there's a guy next to him standing on a pile of books looking over the wall, and he sees the world for what it is, like a desolate wasteland. You know, being awake, it hurts.
Understanding and knowing the true power structures that exist in society and what really goes on and who really is at the top and controls the strings.
Means that you are aware of the way in which the Federal Reserve or fractional reserve banking system works. They create money literally out of nothing.
To see beyond the standard corporate news, it's to see what's really going on in the world, to pay attention to it, to not be taken in by either the corporate news or the conspiracy theories. You know, there are real conspiracies out there, but there are a lot of theories that are bullshit, and you gotta find your way in the middle. That's being awake, all right? It's seeing beyond the bullshit headlines and beyond the bullshit conspiracies and finding the middle ground of the reality.
You have to be awake in 2013. You have no other choice, all right? It's not free to be dumb. Dumb costs. Ignorance costs.
And it may be that you end up embracing some of them because you ultimately conclude that they're valid, but the likelihood is that you'll end up rejecting lots of them on the grounds that they're baseless or propagandistic. And that's really the primary duty of citizenship, is just to exercise independent and autonomous thought and to critically evaluate what it is that you're being told to believe rather than to just mindlessly ingest it.
Advancing our Constitution and leaving a country that my children and grandchildren will think is even better than what they hear it was when I was around.
But I believe once people can kind of grasp onto something beyond themselves, you know, they can start to awaken and ask questions. Self-reflection. Self-reflection was kind of what got me to be awake.
Trying to find some sort of a common thread with people. I don't know if that's awake exactly in the political sense, but that's what I hope for people, is that they kind of reach out to one another and try and connect.
But the key, once again, step of awakeness or awareness, I would say, would be education. Do you read? Who do you listen to? How do you critically think about things? Analyze different situations. See, you know, you don't focus on problems, you're focusing on solutions.
You get active. You fight for what's right. Whether you're American or you're Canadian or European, whatever, and you fight for human rights.
Let go of fear. Fear is just a pre-programmed illusion that paralyzes people, keeps them stagnant, and really, as soon as you let go of fear, your life becomes magical.
A lot of people think that they can't do anything in this world. You can do a lot more than you think you can do. You can do it on the local level, you can do it on the global level, whatever you're capable of doing. In other words, people got to stop thinking what they can't do, but rather start thinking what they can do.
Challenges involved, but this is the most exciting time to be alive, I think, because for once, like, we can manipulate our physical surroundings to make change that we would like to see, and we can only do that from a position of awareness.
You are at a point psychologically where you are ready and willing to give up everything. Your home, your lifestyle, your comforts, your family, your very own life, to help perpetuate the struggle that is for human rights and progress. If you are not at that point, then you are not awake.
It's one thing to know, it's one thing to see it on TV, it's one thing to feel that you know the right thing, but the reality is until you come out and do something, you're not awake.
and that it's not just a snooze button that we hit.
To keep our brains shrink-wrapped with the flag, to keep us from thinking outside of the box, to keep us from thinking outside of the government. And then being awake has to be about more than that, because it's not being outside of the cage. It's not about the cage that you came out of. It's about the free world, and it's about getting to fully enjoy it and appreciate it and take it in as we were meant to naturally.
Y'all need to understand this one last example. If the house is on fire and we are changed come into the room and we the ones that smell smoke, would you care how we woke you up? No, long as we wake your ass up, plain and simple.
Be YouTube or live streamed.
I said it on the Martyr, how can a government that's run by corporations regulate corporations?
Monetary policy of the Fed obviously only benefits the Wall Street elite.
Tom just pushed me and I pushed him down. Let go.